Oh my gosh, guys, you will not believe what these three educators allegedly did to a student with Down syndrome. A Texas special education teacher and two paraprofessionals were arrested for allegedly taping up the hands of a student with Down syndrome and forcing the child to walk in circles for over 4 hours while he was constantly being cussed at. 35-year-old Christina Haas, 22-year-old Priscilla Gutierrez, and 57-year-old June Tryon, who are all pictured here, were arrested after authorities received surveillance footage of the abuse. This reportedly took place inside of a classroom at Tyler High School, and this was on March 12th. Of this year, 2025. It was said the abuse lasted for about 4 hours and 15 minutes. According to reports, Christina Haas was the special education teacher, and she said during an interview with police the day before her arrest that it's not going to hurt a child to stand up for 4 hours or to walk. She then said, "They're not precious babies. They're 14 or 15-year-old teenage kids." Really? Reportedly, the special needs student was sent to a life skills room at around 11:30 a.m. that morning, and he was then instructed to constantly walk in circles. Then, 2 hours later, Christina, the teacher, was seen storming across the room. She then screamed in the student's face. She then told her aide, June, to go get the tape. So then June, with Priscilla's help, used packing tape to bind the student's hands together to the point his fingers couldn't move at all. Then Christina added more tape later to tighten the wrapping. Christina, the other classroom aide, then sat back down and started crocheting. Thus, as the special needs kid was forced to continue walking in circles for half an hour. He was then reportedly placed in the corner of the classroom, and that's where he stood for another hour and 44 minutes until he was released to go home. According to reports, the child's grandmother reported the abuse to the school district. This was after she picked up her grandson from the bus. It was said he was extremely emotional and he was even bruised from the abuse. Now, Christina, the teacher, defended the abuse. She told police it was common practice to make students walk around the room for 10 or 15 minutes if they misbehave. Well, Christina, this was for over 4 hours. Big difference. She said this particular student was punished after he kept flipping her off and he wouldn't do his classroom work, allegedly. She also said that he was the only student whose hands were ever taped and that it had happened once before, but I have a feeling more students have probably had this type of abuse. Each of the three employees were eventually charged with injury to a child, elderly individual, or disabled individual. They were then booked into the Smith County Jail. Christina, the teacher, reportedly has a bond of $300,000, while the two paraprofessionals have $150,000 bonds. They were also luckily fired from the school district after they were arrested. This is absolutely unreal and so unbelievably cold-hearted. How could you treat any student like this, much less one with special needs? I don't understand. I hope they get the maximum punishment possible. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more true crime, make sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube.